Contrary to what's probably one of the most popular beliefs right now, there is no set amount of followers that will guarantee that you make money. It doesn't exist. You can have 2 million followers and be completely broke, or you can have 200, 500 followers and be rich and be an entrepreneur. And I know this because I help people on a daily basis who have over 200k followers, and I've helped countless people who have a few followers, 200, 500 followers, to make money with their small audiences. And in this video, I'm going to cover how to go from the first guy, so the guy who has a lot of followers but doesn't make money, to the second guy, the guy who doesn't need followers to make money. Obviously, if you grow in followers, you will make more money, but it won't work unless you're in the second category. And this video is going to be divided into 3 big differences between the first group and the second group, and at the end I'm going to teach how to switch from the first one to the second one. The first big difference is entertainment-based content versus value-based content. Now, the big difference between entertainment-based content and value-based content is entertainment-based content is made to see the numbers go up, to boost your dopamine, because you see the likes, you see the views, and when a video gets viral, you're automatically thinking, fuck, I'm rich. But then, that doesn't happen. Why? Because the people who saw the video, the people who liked the video started to follow you, don't care about you. It's just a random video that they scrolled and they forget about you. When you scroll on Instagram, or even you see videos on YouTube, do you remember the name of every guy that you see? The answer is no. But why is that? It's because their content was not worth your time. Even if it was funny and it was entertaining for a second, it's not worth their time, it's not changing your life. So it's not someone you will see and buy from him, or like just, like the guy in general, follow him, see every one of his videos and so on. That's why you see a lot of channels, a lot of profile, with hundreds of thousands of followers, but they get 300 likes or even 300 views. I saw some of them, and I work with some of them. The big difference between that type of content and the value-based content is the value-based content is worth the time of your followers. It's worth them following you every single day to see what do you have to say, in what way will you change your life, motivate them, teach them something. And that doesn't happen in a week. You have to make that type of content for 1 or 2 years, or even more. I'm talking about a long time horizon, which can be even up to 5 years, because people don't start to like you, don't start to like a random guy on the internet after 1 week of seeing the videos, after 2 or 3 videos of them. They start to like you after 1 year, that's a realistic starting amount, that they see your videos and you're changing their life every single day. And that process is longer. That process gets you less views, it gets you less likes, but it gets you real followers. And I want to imagine the difference between the followers of a guy who made a random post that's funny, random post to attract people, to get more views, and a guy who makes actually value-based content. The followers of the first guy are going to be people who randomly scrolled, they had a good laugh, or they just, for some reason one of your videos was interesting, they liked it, and that's it, they never remember. They never, there is nothing, like they don't go on your profile, scroll every one of your videos because they liked you so much. They were just entertained for a second. They were probably on the toilet, scrolling on Instagram randomly. The second case is the case where one of your videos was so impactful to a huge number of people or to a small number of people that they're like, fuck, I need to see more of this guy. And it's worth my time. Those are the type of people who buy because you're changing their life one time. Automatically their brain thinks, if this is the free content, if this is enough to change my life, his paid content or his paid product or whatever you're selling is going to be amazing. And that's the first big difference. The second big difference, and this is the biggest one when it comes to making money. The first one was the biggest one when it comes to actually building the audience and building a good audience. This one is the most important one when it comes to making money, which is making a product for yourself versus making a product for others. What I mean by making a product for yourself is you have a big audience or a small audience and you want to sell. You want to sell, and you want to have a course, a physical product or whatever. You only think about what you want. The type of people who sell shirts, mugs, or even if you sell a course, it's just something you wanted. Even if it's the best course in the world, even if it's incredible, even if it's changing people's lives, it's not gonna matter if they don't want it. You can create the cure for cancer, but if your followers don't have cancer, they won't buy it. It doesn't make sense. So what you have to do is you have to be the guy who makes the product for others. and obviously for others, I mean your audience. How do you do that is one big difference. The value stays the same, everything stays the same. Obviously, the more value, the better of your product, because more people will refer it, more people will get results, more testimonial, and so on. But I think just an amazing product won't matter if you don't do this, which is asking your audience what they want, learning their problems. You need to spend an hour every day making a poll, making a form, making whatever, asking them what they want, what their problems are, what do they need on a daily basis, what pain are they having on a daily basis, because that's the most important part. When you do that, people will tell you, oh, I have joint pain, like every day, I can't get up, I can't go to the gym, and you're like, fuck, that's what they need. 80% of your audience needs that, or even like 60% of your audience needs that. So what you do is you make a product that solves their problem. And that doesn't mean to make a product that you don't like, because then you hate your business, and that's worse, because then you don't work on it anymore, and obviously you don't make money. So what you do is that you find a middle ground. You find a point between they want something that you can help with their joint pain, and I want to make a course. So you make a course about joint pain. Or I want a physical product, so you make a physical product that solves a problem. You are the one who chooses what form to deliver the solution, and they are the one who get the solution. And that's how you go from the first guy who is just making a product for themselves, so you make a product about a course on how to get a better physique, but they don't care because they can't even go to the gym because they have joint pain. And the second case in which you do a course because you want to do a course, but you make it about joint pain because you know that's what they need. The third big difference is the level of understanding that you have of your audience. This is very similar to the second point, but there's a big difference inside of it. And that is that in the second point, you just learn about their pain, to use it as a product, to use it for... You don't learn about them. You don't learn about them. You learn about what their pains are, which is obviously useful, but it's not the complete picture. Here, what you want to do is that you want to learn everything about them. You want to be them. How do you do that? Is you spend every single day for 1 or 2 hours on a call with them, on a one-on-one call with them. You spend time talking with them, interacting with them, knowing what they seeing their comments and everything. You want to be them. You want to have a mental diary or a physical diary where you describe in details who they are, what are their problems, what do they do on a day-to-day, and you do that with forms. You can make a form asking them what do they do on the day-to-day, what their day looks like, what problems are they facing, in a friendly manner. Don't make it look like you are trying to sell to them something. You just want to learn. And I don't care if you have 200 followers, 500 followers, 1 million or 20 fucking million followers. You have to do this. No matter what. You never know enough about your audience. Unless you are making, how 100k per month or more, which obviously at that point is not worth your time. If you are making, less than 100k, let's say, do it. It is worth your time no matter what. And this is particularly necessary because let's say you have the magic power to wake up every day and you know what problems they're gonna have tomorrow. So you can go, record a video, and you can make a perfect video that describes the problem. Let's say your audience tomorrow is going to wake up with an incredible headache. All of them, magically, okay? You can then make a video which is how to solve an headache in 5 minutes. And guess what? Everyone is gonna click on that video because it's related to the pain they're having right now. So if you know by studying them that your audience wakes up almost every day with having 0 responses from their leads or having joint pain, you can make a video how to get responses from your leads, how to solve your joint pain. Obviously you can make a better title, but you get the idea. And that video is not only going to get way more views than your average video, it's also going to be way more valuable because you're solving a problem they're having right now. And then what you do is that you sell the next step, because obviously you can't realistically teach everything on a video. You still have to pay rent, you still have to make money, and people know that. So if you just give enough value and don't keep the value, give everything you have, and then what you do is you sell them the final solution, the next step, the something that you can't teach because you can't teach on a video because it's too specific for their problem, or it's a physical product so you can't teach it on a video, or even if it's a course, don't hold back on the free value. On the course, what you do is that you give specific solutions to every single problem, to every single thing that they might have. You basically give the next step. If they're having joint pain, and you can, on a video, you can give general solutions because, you don't know the specific problems. On a course, after a while, and you start to learn what the people that join your course, what problems they're having, you can then make If you're having joy in pain because you play football, this is the solution, you know, stuff like that. And you can only do this if you have the ability to wake up every day and know what they're suffering from. And this is the reason why Hamza got incredibly famous. You probably know Hamza, he's huge, his channel is huge, and he made a lot of money, so clearly what he did worked, which is he spent a lot of time every day learning about his audience, so he could be them. He could wake up every day and be the type of guy which was watching his videos. And of course he got famous because if you make those videos, if you make videos that are perfect for the people's need, if you make a video if I make a video that has your name, your address, and the problem you're having right now on the title, you're gonna click on the video no matter what. And you want to get to close as that as possible, while obviously keeping it general enough to make everyone see it, to make everyone in your audience see it. Now we get to the most important part, which is how to switch from the first one to the second one. And this is not a step, this is not a single step. This is very simple but incredibly hard. You need to do everything I said on this video, so the three big differences, and you need to go on the other side. It's simple, you need to make value-based content, you need to learn about your audience. But it's not gonna take a week, it's not gonna take a month, it's not gonna even take a year. It might take 2 or 3 years. And I know this because a lot of my clients have this problem because it is incredibly common. And it doesn't get solved fast. It takes the same time that it took you to build your audience. It might take a little bit less because obviously you have the algorithm on your side because you have a lot of followers. But it's not gonna be easy. It's gonna feel like you're going to go insane because you'll have to do the same thing every day and you're not gonna get that much results at the start. And you can avoid going insane by doing what Alex Hormozi described as patience, which is figuring out what to do in the meantime. If you just obviously record videos and you focus solely on videos, it's impossible for you not to look at views, not to look at numbers, and not to have expectation. So what you do is in the meantime, you sell. Not having an engaged audience or not having the perfect audience doesn't mean that you can sell. You can still do the steps I explained before about the product and start to sell, so you make money in the meantime. You can create the product in the meantime. You can run another business in the meantime, but do something that doesn't make you completely focused on the content, because in that way you're just gonna look at the views and you're gonna, like I said, you're gonna go insane because after 1 year of making content and get 0 results, everyone's gonna be depressed. And that might not be the case. It might be the case that you get 1 million views on your new type of content and your perfect type of content in one month. But that is not likely to happen. And the best way to avoid being disappointed is by not having high expectations in the first place. Just do what you're doing for the sake of doing it. Now, thanks for watching the video. In the description, I'm gonna leave some things that I think are useful, app, resources and so on. Some of them are referrals, some of them are not. I'm gonna leave which is which in the description. Thanks for watching the video and see you on the next one. Bye. Getting paid can be, by far, the hardest part of business. But in my opinion, there is something harder, which is getting paid consistently.